As the search continues for Travis Decker, the man accused of murdering his three young daughters, at the Leavenworth campground, officials have released several more photos and videos of him to assist the public. Decker is described as a 5'8", 190-pound with black hair and brown eyes. In a new photo, he is seen to have a large half-sleeve tattoo and two black bands on his left arm, a skull tattoo on his forearm, and at least two tattoos on his left side. In the Ring doorbell camera footage filmed on or before May 30th, he is seen with a long black hair tied back in a ponytail, a mustache, and a goatee. Crews have been searching from the air and the ground for 32-year-old Travis Decker and the bodies of 5-year-old Olivia Decker and 8-year-old Decker and 9-year-old Peyton Decker were discovered Monday night at a campground near Leavenworth. Authorities in Wenatchee and Chelan County began looking for the girls Friday when Decker failed to return them to their mother as scheduled. The girls were spending time with their father as part of a court-ordered visitation plan. The bodies of all three girls were found about 75 to 100 yards away down an embankment, and investigators noted zip ties and plastic bags were scattered throughout the area. Court documents state that the girls' wrists were zip tied and appeared to have been zip tied, and each had a bag over their head. It appeared that the girls had been suffocated. Decker was nowhere to be found, sparking what turned into a massive multi-agency search over the next several days. Prosecutors charged Decker with 3 counts of first-degree aggravated murder and 3 counts of first-degree kidnapping. On June 5th, the Chelan County Sheriff's Office stated that several search warrants had been executed and more leads had been gathered, although Decker remained missing. They also asked citizens who also had cabins or resided in remote areas of Chelan, Kittis, King, and Mish and Ogagon counties to lock all doors, including any sheds or outbuildings, and leave in their window blinds open and outside lights on. The far-range search for Decker could be complicated by his extensive military and outdoor survival training. Decker joined the United States Army in 2012 and served a tour in Afghanistan before joining the Washington Army National Guard, where he holds the rank of sergeant. So this is what we have directly from the Sheriff's Department. They said, "We are asking for the community's assistance in locating Decker. Decker is currently wanted for 3 counts of murder, first degree, and kidnapping, first degree. Decker is former military and has extensive training. If you have seen him or believe to have seen him within the last several days, please contact 911. It is unknown if he is armed at this time, but he should be considered dangerous and should not be contacted or approached." Next, they stated, "As we take an all-hands approach to investigate the murder of 3 young girls, the team's morale remains elevated as we work towards looking for Travis Decker. Investigators are working collaboratively throughout this county and across the state to contact and interview all known associates of Mr. Decker to further develop leads and his potential next moves. Additionally, more teams are being deployed to different sites Mr. Decker was known to frequent in the area. New information has revealed that Mr. Decker is well versed in wilderness survival and capable of spending days or even weeks in the wilderness on his own and with very little equipment. Although this can be a challenge while searching for him, our personnel are well equipped and prepared to seek and apprehend him. We have obtained recent video footage and pictures of Mr. Decker, which are attached to the release. However, these videos and photos are from the days leading up to his visitation began with the girls. These are the most recent photos and videos we have that reveal his last known appearance. Anyone with any information is urged to call CCSO tip line at 509-667-6845. Later stated that CCSO and our partners from multiple agencies across the region, state, and nation continue a large-scale search for Travis Decker. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office provided 2 helicopters to assist in search operations spanning across Chelan County, a local national forest and wilderness areas. The CCSO Air Support Unit is also conducting air operation in similar areas, providing more eyes in the skies and opportunities to find the suspect. In addition to search resources, additional federal agents and law enforcement investigators arrived at the command post this morning to provide their assistance. The self-sacrificing support our deputies and partners provide is a testament to the profession and shown their dedication to the victims, the families, and our community. We are extremely grateful to have each and every one on the team. In addition to our law enforcement support, the numerous tips that have come in from the public is greatly appreciated, along with many officers for assistance from off-road vehicle owners and back county experts to provide guide services, equipment, and even horses if needed. Again, the display of the commitment of each member of this community has each other is on great display. A change on the tip line process. Anyone with information is urged to call the CCSO tip line at 509-667-6845. Next, they stated, CCSO and our law enforcement partners are continuing search operations in an effort to locate Mr. Decker. Our ground search team continues their relentless efforts with the Okanagan Wenatchee National Forest area, while other teams follow up on potential credible information and tips received regarding Mr. Decker's location. We are grateful for the outpouring of support of officers for assistance from our fellow law enforcement agencies across the state and the nation. Due to the high volume of entries involved, along with the exhaustive resources and efforts on the case, we will be activating our local EOC act as a unified command center. Here, representatives from all involved agencies will gather to continue the investigation and search operations. At this time, there is no scheduled time or location for the press conference. When details regarding if and/or when a press conference will be held, the information will be given out as soon as possible. So this is diabolical. So you're dealing with a well-trained man that can probably take out a good 5, 10, 15, people with very little prep time by himself. He can live directly in the wilderness, probably match in, do all of these other types of things because of the type of training that he has. And in the footage that you are able to see directly of him, this is of the day that I'm guessing he was picking up his daughters to go camping or to go visit them. You can see him checking the lining of the door, and somebody stated in the comment section on Facebook that this is what they do, meaning military men who have been trained. Before they do a breach, they're checking the door to see if there are any type of lines or whatnot or whatever that may serve as a trap before they decide to breach said door. So like I said before, it's crazy. Even when he's going to visit his daughters, like, military training was directly, clicking in and all this other type of stuff. But I will also say, more than likely with that type of footage, they'll try to say that this proves that there was something wrong directly with him, that he was going through some type of psychosis or PTSD from being in the military, seeing all of this and seeing all of that and whatnot or whatever. Because no normal human being is going to decide that, let me start, checking around doors and floorboards and doing this and doing that. I'm like, where do you think that you are? You think you back on tour again? Like, what do you think is really going on? But I'm guessing that this has to do or stemming from the situation dealing with, I guess, his wife or girlfriend or whatnot, or whatever, and the kids. And the fact of, people not wanting to be together, or however it is that this transpired and happened. Again, they haven't listed a reason on why it is that he did this. There's no type of manifesto or any type of book or diary that is left. There's none of that. I'm not even sure at this moment in time if they've talked to the mother of the children, and she may have given some insight on why it is that he decided to do this. Because again, this is crazy. You decided that you have visitation. It's not like the kids were being directly stolen from you. You have visitation, right? So more than likely on child support or whatnot or whatever. And you decided that you wanted to take the kids onto their last trip. Word? For what reason? What, like I said, stuff like this, it never makes any type of sense. And then on top of that, the craziest thing is, they make sure to try to show I guess you could say, the most flattering, pictures directly out there that they can place. For whatever reason, they wanted to show a full body picture with him with no shirt on, right? For the women and the others that, may be interested in that. And then they made sure to put other photos in there of him, quote unquote, still being a working man and this, that, and the third. And they made sure that to tell people, yeah, he was in the military, he served this and served that. And he's like, they are still, even within this, speaking so highly and respectful of Decker. They're not calling him just blatantly a murderer or killer as he is. They're not stating that he is a horribly dangerous individual, because he is well trained. He doesn't need any type of firearms to really take you out. He is trained to be able to take out any and all enemies. And they're treating this dude like it's some type of light work, like it's some average street level criminal thug directly out there. When like I said, it's crazy. However it is that the media, whenever it is that stories like this come up, I need black people to pay attention to how it is that they portray and paint these stories, and how it is that they don't repeatedly call these people killers and murderers repeatedly throughout there. Like I said, there should be no respect shown. I don't care if you serve the military. You are a killer. None of that matters at this point in time. You decided to do something of which you should have never have done. You are trained to protect, but you opted to be selfish because of whatever emotions or whatever thoughts or things that you were deciding to go through or allowed at that moment in time to just fully take hold so that you could commit to the actions that you decided to commit to. 3 innocent lives gone for a reason. For a reason. There is no justification at all for this happening, but yet here we are. And I promise you, with the pictures that they put out of Decker, you got women out here still fawning, still think that the dude is attractive, whatnot, or whatever, all this other type of stuff. I promise you, because I've seen it time and time again, because this is how stupid a lot of people are. Because a lot of people think that just because it happened to somebody else, it's not going to happen to them. Some people will still sit up there and make some type of innuendo and jokes and all this other type of stuff about the situation that don't even need to be said. But yet, again, this is the internet, and there's no type of, I guess, accountability for a lot of those things. Nor will people happen to shut those type of people down and shame them for, the actions that they decide to commit and speak on. Like I said, it's crazy. This whole situation is 100% crazy. And still at this moment in time, they still haven't found this man. And I'm pretty surprised that you don't have retired military coming directly out. But like, I heard what happened. I'm about to, go out there and help you guys out. And this, that, and the third, and all this crazy work. You would have thought that there would have been hundreds of thousands of well-trained retired military men that would have came out just to deal with this situation, because they knew that local law enforcement are not going to be able to handle and deal with this guy the way that well-trained soldiers are going to be able to actually handle this guy. But it is what it is. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about the story and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.